Welcome back to Altitude Addicts, the place where we dive deep into military aviation, defense tech, and the modern battlefield. In today's video, we are breaking down why Russia is turning to massive A-50U airborne early warning aircraft to hunt tiny low-flying drones, how these flying radars actually spot threats ground systems miss, and why lighter alternative platforms are quickly becoming essential. So make sure you watch all the way until the end. It appears that Russian A-50U airborne early warning and control aircraft are playing an increasingly significant role in the prevention of drone attacks, in addition to the monitoring of airspace and the direction of fighter aircraft. These aircraft are being used more frequently to detect low-flying targets where ground-based radars may be restricted by the radar horizon, according to the Russian Telegram channel Voenaya Chronika. The trend may become increasingly significant as the number of long-range drone attacks increases and new cruise missiles are introduced to the battlefield. Because of the curvature of the Earth and terrain, the later a target may be detected by a ground-based radar, the lower it flies. A high-altitude aircraft equipped with powerful radar can significantly expand the detection zone and relay information to ground-based air defense systems and fighter aircraft earlier. Taking a closer look at the need for these flying radars in Russian airspace strategy. It seems that the idea of raising the radar horizon to start detecting more unmanned aerial vehicles has finally won, Voenaya Chronika said. The channel also identified a potential issue. The most cost-effective solution may not always be to employ a large and sophisticated A-50U to detect relatively small drones. This is the reason why Russia is currently in the process of developing a more straightforward and multiple concepts for airborne radar platforms. The concept is to install compact radar systems on existing aircraft or helicopters. It is not necessary for such a platform to possess all of the capabilities of an A-50U. Its primary objective may be to transmit the coordinates of low-flying unmanned aerial vehicles to other components of the air defense network in order to facilitate their early detection. This method would effectively establish an additional layer of airborne radar surveillance. An aircraft can acquire a more comprehensive perspective of the surrounding airspace and identify targets earlier when it operates above terrain and other obstructions. Now let's examine what the A-50U actually is and how it functions. At its core, the aircraft is basically just an Ilyushin 76 heavy transport plane with a giant dome strapped on top. That rotating dome houses the Shmel, or Bumblebee, radio-technical radar complex. It is this massive overhead dish that earned the plane its famous nickname, the Flying Radar. The initial Shmel system, which was implemented in 1985, was capable of detecting airborne targets at a distance of up to 650 kilometers and tracking up to 300 objects, as per Rostec. In 2011, the Russian Air Force received its first modernized A-50U. The radar and computing systems were upgraded, and the communications and navigation instruments were enhanced as part of the modernization program. The modernized aircraft, according to Rostec, is capable of detecting new types of airborne targets, tracking a greater number of objects, and supporting a greater number of fighter aircraft than the original version. Don't go anywhere just yet. Coming up next, we are taking a look at real-world combat reports involving Flamingo missiles, plus the exact technical reasons why ground radars fail against low-altitude threats. Understanding why the A-50U is useful against low-flying targets comes down to physics and altitude. The main benefit of an airborne radar is not only its equipment's power. The radar horizon is significantly expanded by its higher altitude. This is especially crucial in the battle against drones. It is challenging for ground-based radars to detect multiple strike unmanned aerial vehicles due to their low altitude. The geometry of radio wave propagation and the point at which a low-flying target emerges above the radar horizon limit the detection range of even a ground radar with a long theoretical detection range. Here at Altitude Addicts, we closely track how these airborne sensors link directly into broader kill chains. While maintaining a comprehensive understanding of the aviation situation, an A-50U can operate at a further distance from the combat zone. The information it gathers can subsequently be transmitted to fighter aircraft and ground-based air defense systems. In 2026, the number of drone threat levels that Russian air defenses are facing is on the rise. Russia's defense ministry has asserted the interception of dozens or even hundreds of unmanned aerial vehicles within the span of several hours in certain reports. For instance, the Russian Defense Ministry reported on May 8th that 145 drones were detonated within a 7-hour timeframe. Moving on to recent operational experience with Ukrainian Flamingo missiles. Reports that the A-50U had been employed against Ukrainian FP-5 Flamingo missiles heightened interest in the weapon. A Western military-focused media outlet reported in July that on the morning of June 5th, Russian air defense forces, with the assistance of an A-50U, identified a group of these missiles that were en route to Russian regions. According to the publication, Russian fighter aircraft and air defense systems intercepted over 5 missiles. Russian media, citing Western outlets, also reported that the use of the A-50U helped improve the detection of low-flying targets. So yeah, while these news reports sound impressive, the exact role the plane plays is still mostly just media talk rather than official facts. Consequently, the technical assessments published by Western media should be regarded as the outlet's evaluation. Examining the expanded capabilities of the modernized aircraft itself. Stick around for these final insights. Up next, we are covering why Russia physically cannot rely on these giant planes alone, and how laser systems and interceptor drones are shaping the multi-layered air defense networks of tomorrow. According to Western sources, the A-50U has increased its endurance by approximately 15 to 20% and can remain airborne for over 9 hours without refueling. In addition, the publications link the modernization to the Shmel-2 system, which it contends offers a detection range increase of approximately 1/3. The A-50U is capable of tracking up to 300 objects and transmitting information to as many as 40 combat aircraft at once, as indicated by the figures cited by Western media. For the original version, the Western sources give figures of approximately 200 targets and 20 aircraft. Rostec confirms the broader nature of the modernization. The Russian state corporation asserts that the integration of contemporary electronic components improved the radiotechnical system's size and weight characteristics, enhanced reliability, and furthered the aircraft's mission, endurance, and range. Exploring the critical question of why Russia cannot rely on the A-50U alone. The use of A-50US for drone warfare on a large scale presents an obvious problem. They are relatively scarce, expensive, and complex platforms, while the number of airborne targets can exceed dozens or even hundreds. This is the reason why the concept of more basic airborne radar platforms may be the next logical step. A compact radar-equipped helicopter or smaller aircraft could function as an airborne observation post, continuously monitoring a specific sector. Subsequently, its data could be transmitted directly to fighter aircraft, surface-to-air missile systems, or other counter-unmanned aerial vehicle systems. This method would facilitate the distribution of the workload. A 50 US could be designated for more demanding missions that necessitate a substantial radar footprint and aircraft control capabilities, while less expensive platforms could be used to conduct ongoing drone threat monitoring. Broadening the scope to see how air defense is becoming multi-layered. The A-50U's growing use is indicative of a more extensive transformation in the air defense architecture. Militaries are being compelled to devise new methods of detecting and destroying airborne targets as a result of the drone conflict. Russia's air defense network is being aided by specialized aerial surveillance systems, interceptor drones, and other technologies on an increasing basis. Russian authorities also included interceptor drones and laser systems in the technologies that could be used by air defense forces to safeguard airspace in May 2026. In this context, the A-50U could function as a link between the multiple systems responsible for the actual interception of drones and long-range radar detection. Simultaneously, the use of the aircraft against unmanned aerial vehicles is fostering the pursuit of more cost-effective and diverse alternatives. You see, when you strip away all the complex jargon, the main question isn't even what missile shoots down the drone, it's just finding the thing early enough. This is the exact context in which high-altitude flying radars like the A-50U are regaining significance. That wraps up today's breakdown on altitude addicts. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on these airborne radar strategies. Hit that like button and subscribe for more military aviation analysis.